What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm gonna talk about the types of people I can't tolerate to be around with, and the types of people I do want to be around with. Right? The types of people I like hanging out with, the types of people I like, the types of conversations, the types of interactions I would like from people, and I'm also gonna talk about the types of interactions I don't like from people. Now, now for me, growing up, even to this day, like I'm not saying 100% of people, I'm saying most people I come across with, I don't usually feel connected to them, or I don't see eye to eye to them. I just don't feel that connection with them. You know what I'm saying? Even with family members, I never felt close or connected to my family members. There are some instances where like, we'll have some bonds, where we've got some good times, good memories here and there, but overall I just felt like I just couldn't relate to my family members, or I just couldn't relate to most people I keep coming across with. And see, it gets complicated because there's layers to this shit. Like, there's where you get your spiritual awakening from. There's where you get your dark night of the soul. Um, so usually, one of the hardest things about like going through a spiritual awakening, if you don't know what a spiritual awakening, well, if you're watching this channel, I'm assuming you have a lot of knowledge when it comes to spirituality. You want to know the deeper meanings behind life. If you're watching this, I have a feeling you already know this, or you want to know more about it, because usually people who watch my channel, at least that I'm assuming, are very like intelligent people when it comes to spirituality. They have a lot of common sense, and they have a lot of emotional intelligence. That's what, at least what I'm hoping for this channel. But anyways, just in case I'm not aware of what spiritual awakening is, a spiritual awakening pretty much is where like you're having an ego death. Now, what is the ego death? All the things you believe you thought you were, or all the things you thought were true that you believe to be true, it's all programming. Pretty much an ego death is all of your programmings, all of your beliefs about from other people, from all your traumas, all your pain, the mask you put into the world, into yourself. All that comes to an end. All that dies off, and then this is where you get your rebirth. There's where you lose your ego, and now you got to gain another ego back. It's a lot to explain. Like, I know it's confusing, but it's just a lot to explain. I don't want to go there. Basically, all your beliefs get shut down, and now you gotta adopt new beliefs. Pretty much, that's what the ego death pretty much is. Not fully, but that's the extent of what it means. Now, me, I've experienced a crazy ego death, a crazy spiritual awakening in 2020, in 2017, after I had a huge breakup with a very intense connection with someone. And then I went through a lot of crying, I went through a lot of grief, a lot of heartbreak, and then my whole world literally changed. I was going through soul searching. My whole life changed. Like, everything changed. Meaning, like, I was questioning what's my purpose here? What am I going to do in my life? And also made changes for the better. Like, I realized the dysfunctional parts of my family, about the people I come across with. I want deeper connections, deeper meanings. This whole dark night of the soul, this whole twin flame experience is fucking deep. It's crazy. And if you ever experience a twin flame connection, or if you know what a twin flame connection is, this is what they're meant to do. They're meant to make you have this deep ass spiritual awakening, so you can question life. What's your purpose? What do you want out of life? What steps you got to take to improve your life, to make it for the better, and how to like satisfy your life. And then you want deeper meaning. So this is why you search up spiritual information, you search up spiritual knowledge, and then after that, you're gonna feel a lot more different from other people, because you feel like you can't relate to other people. You just feel like people, they just can't, like, you just don't see eye to eye to people. And this is where like you get channels and videos of people talking about where like signs you're going through a spiritual awakening. Some people refer to it as chosen ones. I don't agree with the word chosen ones. I agree with the definition, but I don't agree with the term with it. But it's another word for spiritual awakening. And every human beings, it's not like certain human beings go through spiritual awakenings. It's like certain people go through spiritual awakenings at different times. Everyone goes through a spiritual awakening, in my opinion. I think I'm right, I could be wrong. Everyone goes through an ego death, but at different times, and it looks different from most people, right? But anyways, this video is gonna be all over the place. It's a lot to explain. This is why I'm trying to make it make sense the fastest and quickest way possible. This is why I'm all over the place. Basically, when you're going through a spiritual awakening, right? You're gonna feel different from people. You feel like you're not gonna resonate with people, and like all the things people do, more than likely they never had a spiritual awakening, or they never had an ego death, or even if they did, it's very minor. Versus you had a major ego death, you had a major spiritual awakening. So now, again, like I said, you're not gonna feel like you fit in with people. All the things people do, you just don't like like it, or you just don't vibe with it, or like either that, or you got to act a certain way just to fit in with people. And this is where it gets so traumatizing, so hard, so confusing, so tough when you're going through a spiritual awakening. You're trying to go back to the world, to society, because you're too much in your head. You're too much in the spiritual world. Like, you always question about life. You want deeper meanings. You want to know about world corruptions. You want to know why time is speeding up. You want to know why you keep seeing repeated numbers. You want to know why you're here. What's in the afterlife, what's it like in the afterlife, what kind of beings are in the afterlife, what kind of beings that's out there, what's the whole purpose, what's the whole meaning of this existence. You just question a lot of shit, right? And usually people go through this to have a tough time, again, going back to society, because they tend to isolate themselves, or like they tend to be traumatized or discouraged or confused or sad or lonely because they don't feel connected to people, because a lot of people they keep coming in contact with, they're not saying the same shit. They're not asking the same questions. They're not having the same conversations. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's stuck in their own shallow ways. Like a lot of people drink, a lot of people smoke. And I'm not saying if you drink or smoke, you're not spiritual or anything. It's just, but you get what I'm saying. Like most people watch TV. Most people eat the same bullshit foods that's bad for the health. A lot of people aren't aware of health. A lot of people aren't. They don't question what's the meaning of this world, what's the purpose. They don't question about world corruptions. They don't question about generational curses. They don't question about dysfunctional families, or like what's the purpose, what's the real purpose, how's it in the afterlife, why are we here, why is the world so dumbed down, why is the world so corrupt, why is there so much bad shit that happens in this world, are we the only human beings out there, is there other beings out there, just all this shit where people question a lot, right? This is what I'm trying to get at. And when you're going through this, now me, I've experienced that. So I've been going through this over 6-7 years, and it's hard for me to connect with people, because like a lot of people, they play video games, they watch TV, they drink, smoke, they party, and this and that. And me, I'm not with that. Don't get me wrong, it is good to party, it's good to have fun, but they do this all the time, and I'm just like, I don't resonate with that shit. Like, they always talk about the same shit. Our diets are different, we eat different. Like, it's just, they're not interested in the same things I'm interested in. And even if they are, I still don't feel that connection. It's just like, I don't know. So it just seems like people, I just don't feel satisfied, or I don't feel content with like the people in my life. I'm not saying everyone, but most people, like, I don't feel connected to them. If anything, all those people, they just bring drama, stress, like just chaos into my life. I'm not with that. I'm a drama-free person. Like, the types of people I want to meet is people who talk about spirituality, people who talk about health, people who wants to know the dark depths meaning of behind life, and why life is so corrupt, why this world is so corrupt, the ins and outs, why this shit's got to take place. Not just with that, but I want people who wants to question. I want to be around people who questions about the afterlife. Why is the afterlife corrupt? Is God corrupt? Is there even a God? Is God even real? Is there a universe? And if they are real, are they just as corrupted? Are they responsible for causing all this destruction to happen? People who wants to question about the human body, like, why is the human body, why is it so painful to be in the human body? Like, why is this? You observe Mother Nature, you see animals like just annihilating, eating each other alive. Like, why is this shit so violent? Like, why is Earth so violent? Like, why is this realm so like violent, so fucking crazy? But that's the type of shit, like, those are the types of people I want to be around with. And maybe I'm just picky. Maybe I am a hypocrite, because maybe I don't adopt those same traits within myself, therefore I'm not manifesting these types of people. But I'm just saying, like, it does get annoying where, like, it gets draining. It gets extremely draining and traumatizing where, like, you're not around, like-minded people who talk about the same bullshit and you're not even interested. There are times where, like, I'll be talking to someone and I'll be bored, or, like, I'll be daydreaming, or I got to act a certain way towards people, and that shit gets draining. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just bring nothing but chaos. They just... If I'm with someone, if I come to a connection, friendship, like romantic, anything, if I'm not getting better mentally, physically, or spiritually, then I don't want to be around you. Or like, what's the purpose behind that connection? Or vice versa. If I'm around someone and I'm not offering any value to them, I'm not going to be around them. There has to be an equal give and take, or like either I'm helping this person out and changing their life, or vice versa. If there's no purpose, I don't want to be around these connections. And that's why I can't be around like shallow connections like that. You know, I can't be around like just, I don't like wasting time. I take my time very seriously. You know what I'm saying? But also, and that's one of the hardest things about going through a spiritual awakening, is where like you question a lot of shit. And for some reason, I could be wrong, but I feel like God or the universe, I believe in God, I believe there's a universe. It's annoying where like I feel like they're not placing the like-minded people into my life. Like, this is why I feel like we do not have free will. As human beings, we don't have free will. We have some free will, but we don't have full free will like that. Like, I use my life for example. Like, I know the reason why I don't take life as serious, or like I get so angry at life, is because like I can see through the bullshit of what life has to offer. I can see how my life is being scripted, or I can see how my life is being controlled in a way, not in a bad way per se, but in a way where like we really don't have free will. For example, I'm using my life example. Me, I'm in the military, right? I'm in the army, but observing my life, I had no choice but to join the military. You know why? Before prior to joining the military, I was in a dysfunctional family household where there's always abuse. I was always been I was always been mistreated. I was always been disrespected. There's always family fights and vice versa. Like I was fighting with other family members. Like we'll have physical, verbal fights and shit like that. It was just chaotic. I couldn't be in that household. There's so much chaos and noise. I hated it that much, so much. So obviously, if I'm in a chaotic environment, I've been in there for years. Clearly, I have to get out of my situation, right? That's not a coincidence. Another thing, while I was working at a job, while being in a dysfunctional family household, I was forced to leave that job. Not because of my performance. I was one of the best workers out there. I was the hardest worker. I was doing really good. It's just I was dealing with narcissistic people, narcissistic workers across from my workplace at the mall, and like I was dealing with like a narcissistic grown ass adult who's twice my size, twice my age, and for some reason he was trying to fuck with me mentally and even physically. Not physically, but like mentally. Like it's a long story, but pretty much I was dealing with a lot of covert narcissists and just childish fucking people who play a lot of mind games, who try to get under my skin. And that's just been going on for like years even. You know what I'm saying? Like, eventually I had to cuss these people out. It was more than one person. It was like 5 people who were trying to gossip towards me. They're trying to throw me under the bus. Not throwing me under the bus, but like they're gossiping around me. They're trying to fuck with me. They're trying to spread some rumors about me, with me, and on me. And they're playing mind games. They kept staring at me. They kept mad dogging me. And I got fed up. I got pissed off. So I cussed out all of them. I was calling security. Even before that, I was calling security. I was asking about bosses. I was trying to have a talk with them. I told everyone about these situations and nothing. And they still wouldn't knock that shit off. So eventually I had to cuss these people out. I said a lot of things that I was so pissed off at, and I let them have it. It resulted in me in getting suspended from that job for like a year, and now I'm unemployed. I'm in a dysfunctional family, and I had no choice but to go to the military, and now I'm out of my dysfunctional ghetto-ass environment, and now I'm in a much better environment. And I actually enjoy being in the military because it forced me to be put in the right direction. But you see where I'm getting at, all of this, and not only that, but in my hometown, it's hard to find work. There's no job opportunity. There's job opportunities, but it's such a small area. It's hard to find work, and like I just didn't feel connected to the people I'm around with. It's just I hated that. Like there's no opportunities to be around here. So that in itself is a clear indicator that that's what I'm trying to get at. You don't have free will. All the shit I've experienced, all that shit is not a coincidence. All this shit was meant to happen. I was meant to go through dysfunction. I was meant to experience bullshit at my workplace so I could leave these 2 areas and situations so I could join the military and start a new life for myself, so I could create a better opportunity for myself. But that's what I'm trying to get at when I'm trying to say like we don't really have free will. Like we all go through life circumstances, life destinies, and it kind of dictates our life paths. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just saying like we don't have free will in our lives. This is why I don't take this bullshit ass human experience seriously. It gets annoying. I do get pissed off at this experience, but I don't take it personally. But that shit does piss me off though, because I'm still in this existence. I'm still living and breathing. I still have a nervous system. I still have pain receptors. So yeah, of course, I still have emotions. So of course, I'm still gonna get pissed off, but I don't take it seriously. And I feel like, and this where you get your pain makes you stronger, because like when you go through so much pain in life and you go through so much hardship, so much bullshit God or life throws at you, like for my life, I used to trip about it all the time, but now as I'm enduring it, it's like if I could go through these situations and overcome it, what could stop me? But not only that, but as I'm going through these situations, it's like I'm becoming more enlightened. I'm having more knowledge, and like I can see through the bullshit of this matrix. It's like God or the universe or like life will just kind of expose itself to me, and I can see how much like I can see through the bullshit of this world. It is why it's so easy for me to, I guess, manifest or to get things what I want. And even if I don't get the things I want that I really desire, I'm not gonna even. Yes, I'll get mad about it because I'm still a human, and I believe in rights and I believe in justice. But Um, but like I don't even trip about it, and then I still find different ways to succeed. This is why it's so easy for me to have a strong work ethic. It's so easy for me to, whatever I want out of life, I'll put my mind to it, and I'll do whatever it takes to get it. I'm not saying it's easy. It's fucking hard. It's so hard to get the things you want, but it is achievable, and this is why I'm able to do it. I'm not saying I'm perfect at it or I'm good at it, but like I'm almost there. I can sense it, and I'm developing good habits to get what I want. But it's just like this is what I'm getting at. And this is what I'm trying to say. Like pain does make you stronger, and this is why people say that, because the more pain you go through, the more closer you get to spirit. And I got this from I learned this from other people too. So I'm not making this on my own. What I'm doing is I'm speaking from all my experiences, all the things I've experienced, come up with my own conclusion, what I've learned from other people, and then I'll speak it all in this video right here. I'll put it all together. But where was I? Yeah, so this lady on her YouTube channel, she mentioned that like the more pain you go through, the more closer you get to God, the more closer you get to the universe. The more pain you go through, the more loss you go through. And she's right. She's very true. And that's happening with me. Like the more pain, the more bullshit, the more dumbass shit I gotta go through, the more closer I am getting with myself, to my higher self, to my spirit, to God or the creator. And that's how I can see through the bullshit of this matrix, and that's gonna give me the keys on how to navigate this world successfully, so I can live the life how I want to live, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm getting at. This video's all over the place, but it's just there's so much steps, there's so much there's just so much stuff you gotta go through when you're going through a spiritual experience. It's insane. From meeting, like I've experienced a lot of weird shit, man. Like all this shit, I don't even feel comfortable talking about through video, but I have to let it out. You know what I'm saying? Because how I look at it is this: since God is not putting me around like-minded people, I'm gonna sort of share my experiences through YouTube, right? So hopefully I could have one or a group of people actually understand or get what the fuck I'm talking about, or at least feel connected to me so they'll know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why I made this channel. Also, so I can make some money, because in this bum-ass matrix, it's hard to make money. But it is what it is, though. But there are a lot of risks to making YouTube videos as well, especially if you're making videos exposing the system, or just talking about like taboo shit. I feel like there's a lot of risks, because you get in trouble with your workplace or like. And it's crazy how in this society, I've seen like teachers, I've seen nurses get fired from their jobs because they have like an OnlyFans, like it's because of their social media, how they use it, and they get fired from these jobs. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, that's how you know, like, these jobs really don't give a fuck about you, man. You could be the hardest worker, you could be on your shit, you could be helping people, you could be making your boss look good, you could be helping your managers, right? But if they don't like what you post on social media, you get fired from that job or in trouble. And that's what I hate about this society. It's like we don't have like we have freedom, but like we're just restricted at the same time. But at least we still have some freedoms, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. And just the fact that we should be even happy or be in a state of like relief that we have freedoms, it shows how fucked up this world is. It's so crazy how in these other worlds, like some people, like some worlds or some societies, they don't have as much freedom as we do in America. You know how fucking crazy that is when it comes to free speech, when it comes to laws and shit. It's insane, man. This world is it's all fucked up. This is why you have certain souls that come down here to fix this shit up. I mean, there are people who do come down here to fix this shit up, but they're not successful with it. Or even they are successful, we need more people like that, you know what I'm saying? It's such a hassle, bro. And this is what I'm trying to get at. This is why I question God or the creator. If they are even real. If they're real, why would they allow so much bullshit to happen? If it's not their fault per se, let's say it's humans' fault, or just the fact that it even happens in the first place. That in itself shows you how evil this realm is. Just the fact that shit like this could happen. And there's this guy on YouTube, he mentioned that like Earth, this realm is really not a good place to be in. And I agree with him, it's not. I'm not suicidal or anything. I still enjoy life, I still enjoy what I do. But if you really try to dissect it or like detect all the bullshit that goes around in this world, if you really think about it, this world really is not a good place. There's so much dumb shit you gotta go through as a collective. But at the same time, I also believe in karma. So I believe like if you've done a lot of bad shit, if you reincarnate, you're gonna be put in a fucked up situation where like you're poor, not poor, and you're homeless. And I'm not saying if you are poor or homeless. I'm not saying it because you got karma. It's just, I don't know. It's just life is very complicated, you know. But just the fact that we don't have answers on why shit happens, on why things happen the way it does, that in itself is a problem. You know what I'm saying? Yes, there's information on YouTube and Google, but how the fuck do we know if this information is even accurate? You know what I'm saying? So like when it comes to life, there's so much questions that need to be answered and shit. But it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, but the types of people like like I'm in this point in life where I can't be around like people. I mean, I am used to it, so I know how to cope with it. I know how to deal with it. But it's annoying how like when God or the universe or life won't put you around like-minded people, and then you're forced to be around people you don't want to be around with, you act a certain way, and then they get all disrespectful, and then you got to defend yourself. It's just this shit gets annoying. It gets draining, man. But thank God for the internet. We can connect with people and do the internet, even though it's a lot better to have a human connection in person. At least the internet's something, you know what I'm saying? But the internet is such a great thing in a way. It depends how you use it. There are pros and cons to the internet. Like you could make a lot of money when it comes to the internet. You could like build a following. You can meet like-minded people through the internet. There's so much things you could do through the internet, and that's why the internet is such a beautiful thing. The internet is such a beautiful place to be in. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. God, man. So with my channel, I made a couple like workout videos and shit. I uploaded like 3 workout videos, and like I had some trolls, man. I had some people commenting on my videos. They're trying to start some shit. Like they're saying, "Oh, I'm ego lifting," or like my form's all fucked up, or like learn proper form. Bro, these people got me heated, man. I'm just like, motherfucker. First off, when I post workout videos, I know what the fuck I'm doing. I've been working out for fucking 12 years. I know exactly the fuck I'm doing. Right now, I weigh 160. I used to weigh 200 pounds. I used to weigh over 200 pounds. I used to bulk up. I know what it's like to build muscle. I'm 5'9", 5'10". I used to dunk a basketball. I know how to use my body. If you see me working out, post workout videos of my form all fucked up, it's because I'm doing that shit on purpose. It's not even fucked up. When I lift, the reason why I lift weights is so I could build strength. This is why I'm swinging my body. When I'm trying to build muscle, you gotta go slow with it. You gotta contract all of your muscles. You know what I'm saying? That's in slow motion. And you got these dumbass comments. They're all haters. They're all haters because first off, if you're trying to demonstrate, if you're trying to help someone, if you know their form is wrong, then you're gonna point it out, and then you can give them the answers on how to have proper form. Instead, you have people they're trying to disguise with like by saying like, oh, my form is not proper, or I need a coach before I experience this, or I should hurt myself. But yeah, they're not giving me any answers to make it better. They're just hating. So I called all these people out. I cussed all these people out and shit. That shit was annoying, bro. Like, damn. Like, imagine what people with a large following has to go through dealing with negative comments and shit. Like, that shit gets annoying, bro. Like, that shit really pisses me off, man. Like, I really want to fight those people, man. Fucking pussies, bro. But it is what it is. I don't mind, because, like, me, when I was younger, I used to troll when I was playing video games and shit. So I know what it's like. This is why you see me clapping back, because I know how to clap back. Like, I know what it's like to be a troll, and I know what it's like to be trolled, so I understand where they're coming from. They're just bored with their lives, or like they're just trying to entertain themselves and shit. But it is what it is. These videos all over the place. But yeah, but that's what I'm trying to get at. Like the types of people I want to be around with. Like I want to be around like just fucking people who have common sense like me. Like I'm not sure if I'm picky, or I'm not sure if I'm asking too much, or I'm hypocritical, or maybe I'm not healed, or maybe it's my ego. But I'm just saying, like, why the fuck I'm not meeting people who knows about spirituality, or even has an understanding or grasp about spirituality. You don't have to be an expert, but it's not even that. It's just basic concepts of fucking life. Like, people aren't aware of how corrupt this world is. People don't talk about world corruption. People don't talk about the money restrictions. People don't talk about the elites, the government. People don't talk about time speeding up. People don't talk about health. You know, I don't know, man. Or maybe if they do, because I feel like a lot of people have awareness of this. I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. I just feel like different. I don't mean this in an egotistical way. I don't know. Maybe it is just me, but it's my ego. But I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way. And I feel like this is where social media comes into play, because ever since the social media age, a lot of people become more antisocial. A lot of people don't go out as much. A lot of people, they're just less interactive. We have a lot more increase in depression and anxiety ever since social media popped off, you know what I'm saying? So that could be the result of social media. Maybe it's affecting me. Who knows? But because without a doubt, before social media, people were more social and shit. But maybe we just have too much information. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But it is what it is. But yeah, I feel like social media does play a role on the reason why I just feel so antisocial. Maybe it's because of social media. You know what I'm saying? Or increasing anger and anxiety and depression, shit like that. You know. But I think that's probably one of the main agendas for social media. But yeah, this life is crazy, man. Because life, like, you got like so much restrictions. You got like the C word 1-9. You have that popping off. You have people wearing masks and shit. You have just all this crazy shit that's going on around the world. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I'm not even tripping about it. It is what it is. You know, it's just crazy how we're being controlled by money. How we gotta do so much just to make money and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like in order for you to become really successful in life, or how to like go far in life, since time is speeding up so fast, and what I found some information today on why time is speeding up so fast. Time is speeding up so fast is because I think something has to do with the Earth's globe, or Earth that the Earth's globe is spinning extremely faster. That's causing time to speed up faster. Me personally, I believe time is speeding up spiritually and physically and scientifically. So yes, I do believe that because the Earth's globe is spinning faster. I also believe there has to be something going on around the Earth's atmosphere, around the sun, around the solar eclipse, or just around the planets and shit that's causing Earth to make time speed faster. I also believe there's a spiritual perspective where like we're ascending, our vibrations are getting higher, which I learned from other people, and that the matrix is trying to collapse, the system's trying to collapse, and I got these from other people as well. And also believe that time is speeding up because we're in a different timeline, or like someone trying to fuck up, or like someone's using like a Mandela effect. It's a lot of shit going on at once. And that's one of the reasons why I feel like time is speeding up. Pretty much, I believe in everything. I have an open mind, pretty much. But I feel like in order for you to go far in life, what I've realized, at least what works for me, is that you got to set schedules throughout the day, or like you got to go through life as one motion. Because life is pretty much like a dream. Life, it feels like a dream. Everything goes by extremely fast. So like, yeah, because everything goes by extremely fast. So like, you wake up in the morning, you work out, you brush your teeth, eat, shower. I don't know. You fucking go to your work. After you're done your work, you do your hobbies. You study for your college, or you study for something else. Spend time with your family, or if you don't have family, spend time with your loved ones. Take a shower, eat, stretch, meditate, go to sleep, and repeat. It's shit like that where like, if you're going through life, what I've noticed, you can't go through life like it has to be in one motion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in order for you to go ahead, go far in this life, in this timeline, you have to be in the zone. You know what I'm saying? What being in the zone means? Being in the zone, what it means that like you have a lot of sharp focus, you have a lot of strong focus, like you have a very like you have a clear vision. You have a tunnel vision, and like you know what you want, and nothing is gonna stop you from reaching it. And this is where you get your like being in the zone, or like I'm sure you guys hear this with athletes. Like you're like Kobe Bryant or like LeBron James. They're both in the zone. You see where Kobe Bryant playing his video games. I mean, playing his basketball games where he's extremely focused, and like you see people trying to distract him. He's not, because he's in the zone. LeBron James, he's in the zone. I think that deals with spirituality. He's got to tap into your spiritual powers. You know what I'm saying? Just shit like that. But it does get annoying. Where like, I feel like with life, I think in order for you also, another way to like reach success in his life is to know the bullshit of what this life has to offer. Like, you gotta know how the society works, but also you gotta know how this world works spiritually as well. Like, you gotta be aware of time is speeding up faster than unusual, and you have to be aware of how in his life we don't really have free will like that. So you gotta look at your destiny. You gotta look at your outside circumstances on how you can make your outside circumstances the best you can. And this is where you get your control from. This is why it's important to release control, because a lot of life's gonna happen to us without our control, you know? And that's where you get your free will being taken away from you. So this is how you gotta look at it. Like for me, for example, I feel like I'm in a stage in life where like I feel like God or the universe or life, they don't want me to be around like-minded people. So that gives me the time to work on myself, to work on my career, work on my studies, and work on my YouTube videos, so I could build a following, or so I could learn more about myself. So I'll go through a lot more soul searching, and that's how you got to live life. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I got to say. But just because you don't feel connected to people, just because you don't have that connection with people, you still got to treat people with respect. You got to treat people with kindness, because a lot of people, they are unique. Even though you don't feel connected to them, it does get annoying. Yeah, still I got to recognize that a lot of people are unique. They're all like They're all born with gifts and talents, and they're here to help you without you even realizing it. You just gotta look at it. This is why it's always important when you're socializing or to build good social skills. You gotta learn how to adapt. You gotta learn how to adapt to people you don't feel connected to. You gotta learn how to adapt to people you don't agree with, and that's one of the amazing things about life is learning how to be around people you don't see eye to eye, but you still gotta learn how to work with them. Or if you're forced to be around them, you just gotta learn how. Again, you just gotta learn how to work with them. And life is not perfect too, so you can't expect for people to feel connected to you like that. It does suck, but like unfortunately, you just gotta put your head down and you just gotta force yourself to work with people. If you have good people skills, that'll get you very far ahead of life because you need people. People need people. People work well together. Yes, you may have disagreements with people. You may not see eye to eye, but at the end of the day, we all still need each other. There's a saying that like we're all connected spiritually, so I feel like that's one of the parts about this world is learning how to deal with different people and shit. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, use your discernment because there are some people who are like psychopaths, some people are narcissists, some people are just evil. You know what I'm saying? But it's always important to work well with people. And like I said, always treat people with kindness, always treat people with respect, always be professional with people because you never know what kind of connections or what kind of people other people know. You just never know. So always treat people with respect. But not just because of that, but in a way because you're a human. And as humans, we naturally have love. We naturally have compassion. So why not share that with everyone you come across with animals, with human beings, with life in general. Treat people with respect, treat people with kindness, help people if they need help, give them knowledge, share wisdom. Because the things I'm good at, someone may need, and vice versa. Something that someone is good at, I may need, you know? Some things that I'm not good at, some things I need help with, someone might have the answers to help fix the problems I'm having. You know what I'm saying? We all need a helping hand, you know? And I feel like that's part of life. So I feel like that's one of the reasons why we're not around like-minded people, because we're around different people so we can learn how to work with them, or so we can also learn how to become more independent, so we can learn how to become more isolated and how to work through that, work through our traumas, work through our insecurities, work through our pains, and just shit like that. But it is what it is. I'm gonna head out. My battery's about to die. I'm not sure if I should end this or not. What else do I gotta talk about? I'm talking about spirituality. So when it comes to spirituality, there's just so much shit out there. Some people believe that there's different beings out here. Some people believe that there's world corruption is going on. Some people, like, for example, like you see like 9/11, you see the Twin Towers. Some people say like there was explosions below these buildings and shit, and like it causes those two buildings to collapse. And also, like, I remember I was studying 9/11, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I remember there used to be a lot of conspiracy videos, a lot of them, and documentaries of like them explaining on what caused 9/11, and they're talking about how like there's explosions underneath those buildings, right? But now these videos got taken away. And also you see spiritual channels, like you see like Young Pharaoh, you see like RFG Chosen One. These spiritual channels, their channels got taken down. They got shadow banned and their channels gotten deleted. Not just these two, but a lot of other spiritual channels who drop very good information, who knows what they're talking about. All of them always get shadow banned, or like the channels always get deleted. And I feel like that's a huge issue. Like, for example, like Young Pharaoh, like he's really good at what he does. He still is good. He's really great. But I was bummed out when I realized that his channel gotten deleted, his channel gotten shadow banned, and I was just devastated. I'm just like, why would they do that? So clearly there's some crazy shit that's going on behind the scenes that we may know nothing of. It could be the elites, it could be the government. Who the fuck knows? Because Young Pharaoh, like he was popping off, like he was exposing the fuck out of like the fucking system. So God bless Young Pharaoh. I hope he's doing great, but it's just sad. That pissed me off knowing that like you're trying to help out the world, you're trying to drop useful spiritual information, only for your channel to get shadow banned or deleted. And Enofe, there's a guy on YouTube named Enofe. He talked about this too. He talks about on YouTube. There's actually algorithms on YouTube where like usually they're trying to push out an agenda. So if you see channels like that are speaking basic knowledge or common sense, or like they're pushing an agenda that's kind of confusing the masses, or they're trying to trick people, these people usually have a lot of views. Sometimes they do it purposely, sometimes they don't. And I learned this from other people, and this is where you get your agents from and shit. So they could push people in the wrong path. And usually people like that, they have a larger following. I'm not saying every channel is like this, but I'm saying like some channels are like this. So you just gotta use your discernment and use your common sense, I guess. I've seen this with other channels as well, with like spiritual channels. I've seen this with like spiritual channels, religious channels, sometimes tarot channels. There are good tarot readers out there. There are legit ones, but there's also some corrupt ones as well. There's also just on any channels that's pushing bullshit, corruption, and that's trying to lead the masses in the wrong direction. They have a large ass following, but there's also good channels that have large followings. So like I said, you gotta use your discernment. But I just hope like people who drop good content, I hope they're not getting shadow banned and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I noticed, I could be wrong, but I know it's like when it comes to my videos, like in my views, or no, not even that, like I'll see other channels, right, who speak about one of the greatest, most useful shit that everyone could benefit from, and they don't have as much subscribers, they don't have as much views, and they're so underrated. And I was like, what the fuck? But yet you have other channels who talk about dumbass shit, who talk about useless shit that's pushing toxicity and unhealthiness and like just dumb shit, and yet they have a large following. Versus you have other channels who's trying to push out self-help and good content to help the masses. And I seen this shit all the time. But yeah, they have low subscribers, they have low views. And I was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Part of it is the collective's fault, because the collective, it just shows how brainwashed the collective is, or how fucking dumb they are. But it also shows how much like YouTube algorithms work, you know what I'm saying? How much an agenda these elites, these fucking governments in control, they're trying to push out. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, but it's sad, you know, it's sad. But and not only that, when I make videos too, I feel like my videos are so negative. Just because I'm talking about like negative videos, I'm not trying to come across as negative. Me, I enjoy life. I'm gonna make another video on the reasons why I love life. Life is amazing. Like, you have so many opportunities to create an abundant, successful life for yourself. You can always change your life at any given moment. You have free will, but you don't. But in areas you do have free will, you have the free will to choose the types of people you want to be around in your life, or the types of people you don't or do want to tolerate. You could change your life circumstances. You could change your body. You could lose weight. You could gain muscle. You could explore the world. You could decide to live outside of nature. You can make a YouTube video. You can start your own business. You can work at a certain job. You can leave a certain job. You can do whatever you want, and that what makes life extremely amazing and fun to live. You can meet new people. You can always inspire other people. You can make this world a better place. Anything that you desire, that you want out of life, just go do it. You know what I'm saying? And release all these expectations. Release all these desires you want out of life. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoy life, you know? Enjoy it. Even though there's a lot of bullshit and corruption in life, life is beautiful at the same time. Life is extremely beautiful. It's such a beautiful feeling to go out in nature, just to relax, man. If you're having racing thoughts, if you feel overwhelmed, just go to nature, relax, take deep meditation breaths, and you'll be good. You'll be extremely good. And that one makes life extremely exciting. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's all I gotta say. But also talk about one more thing. What makes life extremely hard too is the fact that time has been speeding up so fast. So it's so hard for me to enjoy life. It's so hard for me to complete the tasks I need to get done. You know, so like it caused me to get mad. Like seriously, like this shit's really starting to like piss me off, because it's like, why is time speeding up so fast? You know what I'm saying? I don't have time to eat. I don't have time to complete my tasks, my appointments, to set up my days for the whole week. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time to work out, study, eat, stretch, meditate. It's so hard to do those things without being in a rush or the day being over. You know what I'm saying? So it's frustrating, man. So I don't know why time is speeding up. Like, we need answers for this. It's annoying, but that's all I got to say. Like, comment, subscribe, and have a good one. Peace.